On May 19, 2015, Corporals Adeleke Adedeji, Abena John, Oniyo Musa, Shobowole, and Constable Joseph Omotosho, now dismissed from the police operations, who were attached to the defunct Special Anti-Robbery Squared SARS of the Lagos State Command, were on a mission in Benin City to carry out arrests on suspected criminals. 26-year-old Benin-based car dealer Benson OBODEH was listed among suspects for their raids over alleged car theft. On May 21, 2015, Benson was arrested at his home. Same day after his arrest, the news of his death filtered in after he was suspected to have undergone a subjected torture that led to his death at the custody of the policemen. His corpse was later dumped at the specialist hospital Benin City with a different name by one of the police corporals that killed him. Benson was nowhere to be found after weeks of search by members of his family. The police was said to have withdrawn the deceased money from his ATM account to the tune of 330,000 naira at separate ATM machine, having had access to his PIN after killing him. After thorough investigation by the police authorities, the corpse were dismissed from the service. On February 12, 2021, the presiding judge, Justice Oniyo Musa, who had carefully followed the trial procedures, delivered judgment on the fifth defendant, Joseph Omotosho, who was the only one present in court while suspending the sentencing of the four absconded persons. Justice Musa described testimonies provided by the claimant as firm and almost unchallenged. Shortly after the judgment, representing counsels had their divergent opinions.
What have happened today is a confirmation of the biblical position that says the wages of sin is death. When you conspire to take the life of another man with overwhelming evidence, the court have no other option than to reach the verdict that's ordinarily reached. The 5 defendants have been convicted as charged with respect to the offense of murder and conspiracy, and a few others with respect to stealing. The first and third defendant with respect to stealing of the money via ATM belonging to the deceased. The point is simple. The court was only able to pass death sentence on the 5th defendant, because even while the doors of prisons were open, he didn't take to flight. The first of 4 defendants took to flight, but the court already have convicted them, and any time they are arrested, they will come before court and they will be sentenced at court.
The court himself has passed its own judgment, the judgment of the court. We, on the other side, as the defendant, we are going to appeal against the judgment.
After 5.5 years of waiting for justice, family of the murdered Benson OBODEH expressed delight.
Firstly, I give thanks to Almighty God that make today to come up to reality. Though the case has prolonged since 2015 to this very day, but today the judgment has been passed. I thank the court, the judge, thanks everybody that supported us to make today to come to reality.
The issue of extrajudicial killings is alarming and very worrisome due to many whom justice has been perverted. However, the judiciary remains the only hope for justice to sieve out criminal elements. Gloria Wright reporting for ITC News, Benin.